Hi, my name is Noor Abd Ali. I am a photographer from Iraq. I live in Nasriya city, which is in the southern of Iraq. I run a small business of handmade stuff, doll making, crocheting, and macrame. And I took this photo of a man in his 40s walking around in the street in Baghdad city, Iraq, in July of 2020. The man is wearing a mask and he is carrying men's clothes to sell. Although it is dangerous and risky to go out and do this job the whole day because of COVID-19, he has to keep working to make sure his family survives. This photo was just right there, waiting to be captured. The man was quietly standing, holding some clothes to sell. I saw boredom, sadness, and loneliness in this photograph, and it touched my heart like all the photographs I've taken. When I started photographing, I was just a teenager walking around in my garden. And I didn't decide to become a photographer until I'm like 20 years old. But, and I don't think everyone decides to become a photographer. It just, it just comes from inside. I start taking photos and start imagining moments and creating them maybe. And through the years, my photography got better and I got more ambitious. I was kinda stuck in an environment where a girl doesn't do photography or all these things that provide her with freedom. Freedom was not as much as in all other countries. Here, they just made fun of my ideas becoming a photographer. But I just kept taking photos of everything around me, and sometimes the same objects, the same plant, for example, and I was just thinking about what I did wrong and how to make my photographs better, and I succeeded. Photography makes me so happy and so ambitious. All the emotions I experience while photographing, they're just telling me that this is the perfect thing for me and it's perfect for my personality. And about the photo that was featured, um, uh, actually, I went in a family trip to Baghdad city with my family. I did not want to go at first, but I just said that I should go because it's a good opportunity to photograph the city in this particular year. And in the main street, it was very large street filled with people. They all were wearing masks, and this man was standing there, and not just him, I mean, so many people selling stuff, and children, and women. I just went like zooming in my camera and trying to capture every moment. This photo was really calm. I could feel his emotions. I could just look into his heart. He was just bored, and he just like he didn't want to be here. And this reading all these things just by looking at someone is just what photography is for me. My family went around the city, and I decided to just stay in that street. I actually went and started asking some people, like old people, to have their portrait, but some didn't agree to do this. Didn't agree to be photographed. but I just kept taking photos anyway. But this man was wearing the same costume and the same clothes he was selling, and he's putting so many pieces on his shoulder, carrying one by his hands, and just like selling that way. That was his way of making a living. And I was there at that moment. And that makes me so happy and so ambitious to make more moments like that. And telling stories, sharing moments, it is so important for me. I like sharing because sharing is what got me to become a better photographer. It got me to see so many other professional photographers and all these stories and the ways to photograph. I just knew that there were so many other people same as me, and I felt like I could do that. I could share my story. There will be people who are going to be interested in this story, and so many people at that time uh, were curious about knowing about COVID-19 and all the stories related to that subject. And I just like sharing. It's like it's a gift. I am as a person. I tend uh, to uh, to challenge myself. I love challenges. They just make me produce more creativity. Right this moment, I have so many projects to do with my photography, so many ideas, and would really love to be able to achieve them. I'd love to be who capture the one who captures people's special moments and just give them that joy and that happiness. I just would really love to see that smile on their faces through my photography, of course. I was talking about sharing before, and it's not just me. I mean, the whole world depends on sharing the new stuff, the weird stuff from important or unimportant countries. The world loves new stories. The world loves to hear stuff that haven't heard before. So my country is just like forgotten, and nobody talks about it a lot, and nobody knows that there are so many photographers in my country, so many artists and creativity in my country. It is so important to me to share any story of my country with the world. That would make me happy and glad that actually there will be some people interested in these stories. My country is peaceful and lovable. My country has, just as other countries have, of kind people and good side and bad side. There's actually like more calmness in my country, and I just would like to uh, explain to the world that and to the people that my country is filled with stories worth sharing and filled with moments that need to be captured. And when I heard and received the news about my photo that got featured, I was like unbelievably happy. That was the best thing that happened to me in my photography career. This is the first thing and the first dream that comes true. I actually, before I didn't even dream about having a camera. But then I could have a camera from my own money, and now one of my photos got featured, and my story now will be told and shared to people who I don't even know. So they will know about my country. That will make me so happy. I actually even went to my friend and share the news. She was also too happy for me. And this is the best news I have ever had. And as a photographer, uh, I share stories, and when my stories got just shared in other platforms, when people are interested in my photographs, this is absolutely important because I capture the moment, and to people will see these moments, and you guys you just didn't just see my photos and my moments. You like them, you shared them, and you featured them. That is just makes me so thankful to you. Thank you.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that last episode and learned something new. Don't forget to tune in to the next episode to see what other crazy, incredible, creative, and empowering lessons you can learn from the photos in this book.